I'll start right at 710. Welcome, baseball fans. It is the best two words in backyard baseball. Game 5. We are so excited to have you here tonight for the culmination of the Season 7 Little League BBOL season. We've got a quick little preview show here for you, and then we'll jump into the action. Oh no, I'm so excited I'm moving too quick. And I can't skip over our sponsors, Rose. They'll be very upset with me. Our preview show tonight is presented by Crockett Eyewear Store. If you're in need of a new pair of glasses or contact lenses, check out the Crockett Eyewear Store. Use code whatever for 15% off. So we'll give you a quick recap of how we got to this Game 5. It's been a home field affair as the home team has won all 4 games heading into tonight. Game number 1 ended up a Pirates rout. They finished the game 13-2, but it was pretty close. There was a crash in the top of the 5th inning, and then the Pirates went on to score 8 runs in the bottom of the 5th to really put that one away. So it was a little bit closer than the score might have indicated. But MVP Cheryl Reynolds and Claudia Villarta, as they have done all season, they powered the Pirates offense, which was the best all year, to the victory in Game 1. In Game number 2, the Rangers, back at their home field of Tin Can Alley, took care of business, winning that game 6-2, which was the Pirates' first loss all season. The Pirates 14-0 in the regular season. They swept both of their playoff series to get to the World Series, so they were 19-0 going into Game 2, and that was their first loss. Stuart Sullivan did what he's done all year for the Rangers, which was get on base and then score. Nikki Winston drove in 3 RBIs from the 4-hole. And then it went back to Big City Stadium in game number 3, where the Pirates got back on track, and they won that game 7-1, again led by Cheryl Reynolds on offense, who had another home run and a double, collecting 5 RBIs in that game. Fernando Diaz, the starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who's pitched most of this World Series, had a dazzling outing, only allowing 5 hits against and 1 run and 4 2/3 innings pitched. And then to get a Game 5, it went back to Tin Can Alley, and wouldn't you know it, the Rangers did it again. They beat the Pirates. They shut out the Pirates. First time that's happened all season long. They won 6-0, led by Fred Benson, who had a double and 2 RBIs and scored 2 runs himself. And again, Nikki Winston, who's having a heck of a series, had 2 more RBIs and 2 more doubles out of the 4 spot. So he'll be looking to continue that tonight and bring home a championship to the Texas Rangers. So our keys to the victory tonight for the Pirates, for Wooper: keep getting runners on base for MVP Cheryl Reynolds. She has been absolutely tearing it up this series, and the runners in front of her have done a really good job of putting pressure on the pitching staff, so they can't just walk Cheryl Reynolds. So keep doing that. Keep putting your MVP in the best possible spots to drive in runs, because she has been doing that. They need to contain the speed threats. It's a speedy team here in the Texas Rangers. They've got Pete Wheeler, the fastest kid in the game, as well as Stuart Sullivan, another 9 speed. So that 1-2 punch right there at the top of the lineup is tough to deal with right away, and they need to deal with it as best they can. And they need to work the counts. The pitching staff of the Pirates, or excuse me, of the Rangers, has done a pretty decent job, but they're led by Jerry Mahoney and then Paco Kaufman. They'll pitch the bulk of the innings, and both of those, while they've done a good job, as I just mentioned, they're not typical pitchers. And so if you can get them tired, which the Pirates have been able to do a couple of times, then it can really snowball into some big innings for you. For the Rangers, if they want to upset the Pirates and for the first time all series have a team win an away game, they need to get Pete and Stewart on. In their 2 wins, Pete and Stewart have scored 6 runs and put together 7 hits. And in their 2 losses, they have yet to get around the bases and score. And then, of course, they need to win a game away from Tin Can Alley. That seems obvious. You got to win the game to win the World Series. But as you've noticed, the home team has won every single game, so you're going to have to do it away from the friendly confines of Tin Can Alley. So can you get it done tonight? Oops, I went the wrong way. So finally, before we head into the action here, we have your starting lineups presented by Khan Brothers Emporium. If you're in need of some new headsets to hear the best crack of the bat possible, go hit up Ahmed and Amir at Khan Brothers Emporium. For the Pirates, they're rolling out a typical lineup for them. Wally Evans at second base, Claudia Villarta batting second, playing center field, Cheryl Reynolds, the usual 3-spot shortstop, Alicia Blakely, the first baseman, batting cleanup at the 4 spot, Artie Pimbleton, the right fielder today, batting fifth, Gwen Sears playing third base, batting sixth, Fernando Diaz, the starting pitcher on the bump, bats seventh, followed by Donald Vogel, the catcher, and the number 9 hitter, Chucky Flinder, who will play left field, but will most likely come in to pitch at some point in this game. For the Rangers, they really have made no changes all 4 games. Same lineup, same defensive positionings for the most part. They're led off by, like I mentioned, Pete Wheeler and Stuart Sullivan, that 1-2 punch before you face Fred Benson, the 100-power threat who plays right field for these Texas Rangers. Nicky Winston is the cleanup, playing catcher, and as you saw, he's had one heck of a series, so he's going to look to continue that tonight. Jocinda Smith, the first baseman, bats fifth. Murray Goldman playing third base, bats sixth. Sonia Hagen, the shortstop for the Rangers, bats seventh. Jerry Mahoney, the starting pitcher, bats eighth. And then Paco Kaufman rounds out the lineup, and he will play second base and most likely come into pitch at some point. So we are finally ready for some Game 5 action. We're going to take a very, very, very short break, and when we return, we will have Game 5 of the Little League World Series right here on the Backyard Sports Center.
time.
Welcome back, baseball fans. We are getting ready for the first pitch here as the coaches are setting their lineup, setting their defenses, setting their batting orders as we already saw before the game. Joining me in the booth today will be Nate Tastic 28. We'll hear from him in just a little bit. I'll be your play-by-play announcer, and it looks like we are ready for the first pitch of Game 5. And as expected, it's that 1-2 punch to start things off. Pete Wheeler followed by Stuart Sullivan, and on the bump, Fernando Diaz. And the first pitch of Game 5 of the World Series is swung on and a little doinker. This is trouble. It's pulled Alicia Blakely off first base. And on the first pitch, Pete Wheeler is on base. And here's the next number 9 hitter, Stuart Sullivan. So immediately a threat. And the second pitch of the game is popped up. Pete Wheeler's got to get back. Oh, but it drops and everyone's safe. Oh, Fernando Diaz looked like he had that one all squared up, and then it just dropped in front of him. So what a start for the Rangers. Both their 9 speeds are on, which has not happened too frequently here in this World Series. And so it's 2 on, nobody out for the powerful and threatening Fred Benson, who takes ball 1 on the inside corner and then looks at strike 1 that just clips the outside edge. So the 1-1 pitch now from Fernando. Again, a little bit too low and inside, switching between the right hook and the left hook. Here comes the 2-1, taken all the way to inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fernando Diaz in a real pickle now if he walks the bases full. That's not going to be a walk. That's going to be a shot to right center. Going back is Artie Pimbleton to the wall. Forget about it. 3-run home run. Texas Rangers. Right off the jump. 3 batters in. They've got a lead in Game 5.
Now that is how you want to start off a Game 5. If you're the Rangers.
I don't think you could ask for a better start than that. I mean, my goodness, Fred Benson was not leaving any doubts about that 3-1 pitch. So already 3 across and nobody out. That brings up the cleanup hitter, Nicky Winston, who, as I mentioned, is having a whopping series. And right as I say that, he pops it up right to Donald Vogel, who ranges under it and makes the catch for the first out. So there's my caster's curse. He's waiting for it to show up. As we get our first timeout of Game 5, and we're going to get Chucky Flinder coming in to pitch. Fernando Diaz is taking over as catcher now. So Jacinda Smith swings at the first pitch and caught by Gwen Sears. What a grab by the third baseman. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Chucky Flinder in relief. And that's 2 pitches, 2 outs now. As there's a take from Murray Goldman. A little bit too low and outside. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Murray Goldman not able to catch up to that low inside heat. The 1-1 again misses that outside low corner. 2-1 now. Here comes the fastball. Swung on and popped up right to Alicia Blakely. She goes back a couple of steps. She's under it. She makes the catch. And this side is retired. But a Fred Benson 3-run home run has the Rangers out in front early. And we'll see if the Pirates offense can respond here in their home half of the first inning. Leading off is Wally Evans, and the first pitch from Jerry Mahoney is a strike on the bottom inside corner. He winds and fires, and that one's fouled away, so quickly down 0-2 is Wally Evans. The 0-2 Swung on, and a line drive right at Paco Compton, who leans down and makes the catch at his shoestrings for the first out of the inning. So base is empty for Claudia Velarta, who takes ball one a little bit too high and inside. Jerry winds and fires and just catches the bottom outside corner. Strike one. The 1-1 now. Swung on and a ground ball right side. Pulls Docinda off. She dives. Running to covers the pitcher. Not in time. Claudia Velarta with an infield single. And so there's 1 on, 1 out for Cheryl Reynolds. As I mentioned in the pregame, they want runners on for Cheryl Reynolds. Although with only 1 on, we'll see if they pitch to her, if they want to walk Cheryl to first and let Claudia go to second base. And 2 pitches not very close to the zone. And then a third one a little bit closer, but still a ball. So 3-0 to here to Cheryl Reynolds. And she's going to swing at that one. That was well below the zone. Make Jerry Mahoney work a little bit harder if he wants to walk her. And he's going to do just that. It's another ball well outside the zone. So a walk to Cheryl Reynolds, and that'll bring up the tying run to the plate. And Alicia Blakely. So 2 on, 1 out. A speedy Claudia Velarta's in scoring position. Trying to cut into this deficit immediately, and she takes strike 1. Caught a lot of that upper inside zone. And then strike 2 just clips the bottom inside corner. So Jerry Mahoney getting ahead when he wants to. 0-2. Strike 3 looking on the bottom outside edge. Boy, oh boy, untimely strikeout from Alicia Blakely. A team that does not strike out very often, only 2 or 3 per game. Not a good time for a strikeout, unproductive out there from Alicia Blakely, as Artie Pimbleton steps up and takes ball 1 and then ball 2. So he's ahead 2-0. Looks like the hit and run is on for Claudia. He's going to take, and it's now 3-0. So Jerry Mahoney working very hard in this first inning, but hasn't given up anything yet. The 3-0 swung on. That's lofted into center field. Running back is Sonia Hagen, but it drops. Rounding third. Scoring is Claudia Velarta. Cheryl Reynolds is going to go to third. And going to second base, will they let him go? They will. So it'll go down as a double for Artie Pimbleton. The Pirates have won, and they're at risk of scoring more here as Gwen Sears steps up to the plate. They could tie this game if Gwen Sears can get this ball into the outfield. The pitch from Jerry swung on and missed. Cheryl Reynolds, the hit and run was on, but she goes back to third base. So 0-1 now to the third baseman of the Pirates. Swung on and a chopper. This is always trouble. Ranging over is Sonia Hagen. It gets by. Scoring is Cheryl Reynolds. Going to third is Artie Pimbleton. Slides in safely. Gwen Sears moves into second. And just like that, the Pirates do respond. They're down 1. Still alive with 2 outs. Fernando Diaz, who's the pitcher, now catcher, steps up trying to tie this game. And it's another ground ball. Sonia Hagen dives. This is going to be a close play. And he's safe at first base. Boy, Sonia Hagen losing some time there with the dive, and this game is tied. 3-3 in the bottom of the first, and the Pirates can go ahead here. They've still got Gwen Sears in scoring position as the first pitch is swung on and fouled straight back from Donald Vogel, and then takes the next pitch just a little bit too low in the middle of the zone. 1-1 now. Jerry Mahoney's still working on the mound. Must have gotten a juice box with that 1 strikeout, because this is a lot of pitches for anyone, especially Jerry Mahoney, as the 1-2 was fouled straight back. So we'll get another 1-2 pitch. The windup, a little bit too low. So
usually there was the Pirates have been hitting a lot of home runs, especially with Cheryl, but using the small ball strategy in this game, a little unorthodox for them.
Yeah, taking advantage of the bounciness of Big City Stadium. A couple of bounces there to the shortstop Sonia Hagen, not able to get control, but there is a ground ball right back to the pitcher, and so the Rangers get out of it, but the Pirates tie this game, and we are 1 inning through, and it's 3-3, and winner take all game 5. I don't think we could have asked for a more entertaining start to this World Series Game 5. As Sonia Hagen takes ball 1, a little bit too low and outside, so it's 1-1 now. The fastball swung on, and that's got some carry. Going back is Claudia Vallarta. She is at the wall, and she's going to watch this go. Forget about it. Solo shot Sonia Hagen, her 3rd home run of the series, and the Rangers are right back in front. It's 4-3.
So far in this game, looks like the shutdown inning is definitely something that we will not be seeing.
Nope, and I, as a spectator, totally okay with a shootout. No complaints here from me. So up steps the pitcher, Jerry Mahoney. He's got some power. He's got a home run in this World Series. He's looking to get it out here as he takes strike 1, just clips the outside edge. And then swing and miss at the inside fastball. So he's now down 0-2. Chucky Flinder looking for his first strikeout. And he's going to get it. Swing and a miss. Jerry Mahoney down on strikes. And there's the first out of the top of the 2nd inning. Up steps Paco Kaufman, who first pitch swinging lines this one right to Gwen Sears. So a quick out there. We are back to the top of the lineup, but there are 2 outs and bases empty for Pete Wheeler. And if you're able to get Pete here, that would be super helpful to not bring up Stewart and then possibly Fred Benson. As taking strike 1 is Fred Benson, and then swings, and that is a grounder, but right back to Chucky Flinder. Good defense, and they do get Pete out. And we head to the bottom of the 2nd, but a solo shot from Sonia Hagen has given the Rangers the lead right back. As it's going to be the number 9 hitter, Chucky Flinder, and then the Pirates get back to the top of their lineup. As Chucky Flinder swings and misses, Jerry Mahoney already at 30 pitches, and we're just starting the bottom of the 2nd inning. As that one's 2 outside, evens the count 1-1, and then a high slow ball clips the top of the zone. 1-2 now. But there's a take all the way, well below the zone. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a ground ball right side, right to Jocinda Smith. He picks it up, steps on first, and retires Chucky Flinder. So we're back to the top of the lineup for the Pirates. It's Wally Evans, who did not get on base to lead off the game, as he takes ball 1, too tall, the 1-0, too low, a little bit inside, so ahead in the count now, Wally Evans. Here's the pitch, again too low, so 3 straight balls here to Wally Evans, and we may be getting ready to see a pitching change. Swinging is 3-0, but fouled off of the plate and straight back. So it's 3-1 now to the 2nd baseman. And he takes all the way, just misses the bottom outside edge, and that is a walk to Wally Evans. So a runner on base with Claudia and then Cheryl coming up. Let's see how much longer Jerry Mahoney is going to stay in the game. And right as I say that, it seems like Jerry is going to get subbed out for presumably Paco Kaufman. That's been the usual number 2 pitcher to come in, as the Pirates are going to take advantage of this timeout and make some defensive changes. As it looks like Fernando Diaz is going to be back on the mound. Chucky Flinder is going to take over as catcher. Donald Vogel in right. Gwen Sears in center. Claudia Vallarta at 3rd. So a lot of defensive changes here for the Pirates. Although, right as I say that, they're making more changes. Really taking advantage of this timeout from the Rangers and taking their time. And it seems like we're going to see Gwen Sears on the mound in the top of the 3rd inning. That's going to be the first time that she's come into pitch this series, as swinging first pitch is Claudia Villarta. They go for the lead runner, and Paco Kaufman, with his noodle arm, is not able to get the lead runner. Boy, oh boy, that's a costly error there. A mental error, not an actual error, as that brings up Cheryl Reynolds with 1 on and 2 out, as she takes ball 1 and then ball 2. So again, not pitching to Cheryl Reynolds, making the rest of the lineup beat them. And in the bottom of the first, the rest of the lineup did beat them. So if you walk the bases full, it seems like that's going to be the case here after Cheryl Reynolds again swinging on 3-0 just to make the pitchers work a little bit harder. Although that's a strike on the inside corner, so now it's 3-2. Paco Kaufman challenging Cheryl Reynolds and just misses with the low fastball. Good take there from Cheryl Reynolds, and it will be bases loaded, 1 out. The Pirates, again, can they respond? The Rangers score in the top half of the inning, and the Pirates are looking to answer right back for the second straight time, as Alicia Blakely steps up and takes ball 1, a little bit too low and inside. And then strike 1, catches the upper inside corner. So 1-1 now from Paco. He winds and fires, swung on and lined over the head of Jocinda Smith. That's down. The throw to first is going to get Alicia Blakely. No, off the base was Jocinda Smith. Coming home is Claudia Villarta. She scores! I surely thought Alicia Blakely was going to be out. But as we saw in, I believe it was game 4, runner was not on, in first pitch swing, line to center field. Under it is Fred Benson, and catching it is Pete Wheeler, and then Cheryl Reynolds might get caught in a rundown. No, because it bumped off of Sonia Hagen's head, she is going to get in, as Alicia Blakely will move up to second, and holding on to the ball is Paco Kaufman. So a line drive bonks off of Fred Benson's head. Pete Wheeler catches it, and then Cheryl Reynolds is able to advance to third base as the cutoff goes right off of Sonia Hagen's head. So it's second and third, 2 outs now. Pirates have the lead, 5-4. And then Gwen Sears steps up and she rips this one right at the left fielder, and he's not able to make the catch. Scoring is Cheryl Reynolds. Going home now is Alicia Blakely. She's caught in a rundown. A little bit of a pickle to throw home. She turns back to third. Running her down is the catcher, and just letting her get back. Not trying to get the out there. So an eventful past couple of minutes here. Can't even catch my breath. Runners again at second and third, 2 outs. It's now 6-4 Pirates. Up steps Fernando Diaz, now playing center field, as Alicia Blakely was trying to hit and run, but she is able to get back to third base after a trip, so she's got to be gassed at this point. So Fernando Diaz again looking for a hit and run. Swung on and fouled straight back, a souvenir for the fans in the stands of Big City Stadium. The 1-1, a ground ball right side, and it's going to knock down Jocinda Smith. She's running over, picks it up in time, steps on the base. Boy, a fortunate bounce there as she knocked it down, but it went right to the first base bag, so all she had to do was pick it up and step on the bag. And so after all of that, through 2 innings, it's 6-4 Pirates.
Some unfortunate defense there.
Yeah, a lot of bonks there, especially a costly one there that could have got them out of the inning, just down 1. Unconventional from the Rangers, who have had really good defense.
I think you caught yourself. I think you wanted to say Fred Bonkson instead of Fred Benson.
A little bit of a mispronunciation there. Bonk and Benson, it kind of, not my fault. Sounds pretty similar. Stuart Sullivan's in a 2-2 count now after fouling off a couple of bunt attempts, and then looks at strike 3 on the upper inside edge. So Gwen Sears, who is yet to pitch an inning in this World Series, is on the mound and has a strikeout on the 9-speed Stuart Sullivan. As we're going to get a timeout, and it looks like they had just brought in Gwen Sears to face Stuart Sullivan, which is a smart play. I certainly understand it with the weak bat, but the fast speed of Stuart Sullivan. If he did bunt, which he has done a lot in this series, you've got a really good defender there with Gwen Sears on the mound. So she goes back, and she's now playing shortstop. Or excuse me, I think third base, because I think that's Cheryl Reynolds at shortstop, but same character design, not my fault. As Fred Benson steps up with the bases empty and 1 out, and he's ahead in the count 2-0, and now ahead in the count 3-0, although as you can see, it's not necessarily an intentional walk. That's a wild pitch though, so it ends up being a 4-pitch walk, as none of those corner pitches were able to connect. And not the worst thing in the world to walk Fred Benson. You certainly take that, but up to the plate is the tying run in Nikki Winston. Fernando Diaz sets and fires, and again, 5 straight balls now from Fernando Diaz. That one's not catching the zone. And then another miss, just barely by a few pixels, but 6 straight balls from Fernando Diaz, kind of losing the zone here. The 2-0 pitch, taken all the way, and ooh, that's a good pitch to hit. Catches a lot of the plate there on the right side. So 2-1, swung on and fouled away. So from 2-0 to 2-2, good job working back into the count here, Fernando Diaz. He winds and fires. Just misses the outside bottom edge. So full count. The 3-2 from Fernando Diaz. Taken all the way, ball 4. Just missing those corners. So Nikki Winston earns a walk, and there's 2 on, 1 out for the first baseman, Jocinda Smith. Certainly has enough power to get it to the outfield and possibly cut the lead in half. As she takes another ball. So Fred Benson, 6 straight balls, 2 strikes, and then 3 straight balls. And this is ripped to left field. Ranging back is Artie Pimpleton at the wall. He makes the catch. Oh, good contact there from Jocinda, but not enough warning track power from the first baseman. And Artie Pimpleton, sure-handed out there, records the 2nd out of the inning. And then first pitch swinging is Murray Goldman. Does this one have enough? It does! Forget about it. 3-run go-ahead home run, Murray Goldman. It's 7-6 Rangers. I can't even take a sip of my water when I do. The next incredible thing happens. What an incredible Game 5 this has already been, and we're not even halfway done.
Murray Goldman of all people.
Yeah, I don't have his power stats off the top of my head or written down here, but I know it's not that much. As Sonia Hagen swings at the first pitch. And running over is Fernando Diaz. He's got to hurry, and in time, by a step, retires the side. But there's been scoring in every single half inning so far. A 3-run shot from Murray Goldman. And it's 7-6 Pirates heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning in this Game 5 of the Little League World Series. As first pitch swinging is Donald Vogel, and he fouls this one right side as Sonia Hagen is now into pitch for the first time in this game. And she's now ahead 0-2 as that one clips the bottom right corner. So Donald Vogel is going to take that high fastball, just misses. 1-2 now from Sonia. She sets and fires. Swung on, and another foul ball right side. Goes out of play before Jocinda can get there. So we get another 1-2 from Sonia Hagen. The pitch. Swung on, and a soft ground ball running over is Sonia Hagen. Picks it up in plenty of time, throws to first, and retired is Donald Vogel. So that brings up the number 9 hitter, Chucky Flinder, who's playing catcher now, 0 for 1 on the day. He's going to take ball 1, as that was not the best hook there from Sonia Hagen. The 1-0, just a little bit too tall. My goodness, not a bad pitch there, but a good take. So 2-0 now, swung on and lined up the center field line, excuse me, up the second base and into center field. That goes, just gets by Pete Wheeler, who's now playing shortstop. And I believe that's Jerry Mahoney at second base now. So the number 9 hitter is on, and we're back to the top of the lineup for the 3rd time already is Wally Evans, who walked his last at bat and came around to score. He takes the first strike and then looks at ball 1, so 1-1 count now. Looks like they're trying to do a hit and run with Chucky Flinder here. Swung on and doinked right in front of the plate. Picked up, they go to first. So they learn their lesson. They go for the lead runner this time, and they get Wally Evans. So now there's 2 outs. Chucky Flinder moves into scoring position. So a big at bat here. Claudia Villarta, if she can get on, you've got Cheryl Reynolds coming up next. And I know they've kind of refused the pitch to her this game, but still, if they want to walk the bases loaded again, you made them pay last time. So you want to at least force their hand as she fouls this one away. So it's 1-1 now. Chucky Flinder in scoring position at second base. The pitch is a little bit too low. 2-1 count now. Hitter's count for Claudia. She swings and a little doinker up the left field line. It's picked up by Murray Goldman. Fired over the first base. And Claudia Villarta is out. And finally, there is no runs in a half inning. So we head to the top of the 4th. The score remains the same. It's 7-6 Pirates as Jerry Mahoney steps up to the plate. And he takes ball 1 well below the zone. As Fernando Diaz is getting a little tired now. As he swings, and that's a sharp ground ball. But the defense has plenty of time to collect themselves, throw to first, and retire Jerry Mahoney. So that brings up the number 9 hitter, Paco Kaufman, with the bases empty. As we are going to get a timeout, and Chucky Flinder will come back into the game. Chucky Flinder takes over on the mound again, and first pitch swinging was Paco Kaufman, but straight back. As you've got Paco, Pete, and Stewart, a lot of speed here. And then swung on, and will that stay fair? It will not, but Gwen Sears into foul territory makes the catch as the shift was in. And so 2 outs, bases empty. Same exact spot for Pete Wheeler last time when he grounded out to end the inning. So again, if he can get on, you got speed with 2 outs, and then Stuart Sullivan as he swings and fouls this one away. And then Fred Benson. So if you can extend the inning, big threat here as that one's a little bit too low and outside. The fastball from Chucky Flinder. Pirates looking for their first 1-2-3 inning on defense as that one just misses high and inside. So 2-1 now. The fastball swung on and grounded foul. So 2-2, 1 pitch away from having their own scoreless frame on defense here, as that is just a little bit too low. A good fastball, but a good take. So full count, the payoff pitch from Chucky Flinder. Strike 3 looking on the bottom inside edge. They do get a 1-2-3 inning. And they come back up to the plate. Still down 1 as we head into the bottom of the 4th. In Game 5 of the World Series. So Cheryl Reynolds is going to lead it off. She's been walked twice, and it looks like she's going to be walked a 3rd time. As that's 2 pitches well out of the zone. So presumably, if they get a leadoff walk here, the tying run will be on with nobody out. 3-0 again swung on to again make them work hard. And these pitchers have had to work hard. The Pirates have done a good job. I mean, they've put up 6 runs, and collectively these pitchers are over 60 pitches already as we're 3 innings in the bottom of the 4th with no outs. So you're doing what you're supposed to do, but you're still down 1 run. As you've kind of let up, your defense has kind of let up a lot of runs themselves as Alicia Blakely steps up and swings at the first pitch and straight back into the stands, and then swings at pitch number 2, and that's a ground ball. And that's going to be trouble here. Is everyone going to be safe? They are. Sonia Hagen kind of looked at that one. Murray Golden kind of looked at it. Miscommunication there. Who was going to get it? Everyone's safe. It's an infield single for Alicia Blakely. And Artie Pimpleton steps up. He's already got a double and an RBI today. He's looking to tie this game, and that is a soft ground ball right in front of the catcher. Goes to third, not in time. Safe as Cheryl Reynolds. Hustling up the third base, or hustling the third base. And so it's bases loaded, nobody out. Really good chance to tie or go ahead here for the Pirates, as the first pitch to Gwen Sears is below the zone. She's already got 2 doubles today. She takes another ball well above the zone this time, so 2 easy takes. It's 2-0. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled straight back off the plate. So 2-1. The pitch, inside, 3 balls, 1 strike, nowhere to put it. You don't want to walk the tying run home, and they do not. That is a strike on the inside edge. So 3-2, runners are off. The pitch, all 4, they do walk in the tying run. A good take there from Gwen Sears. That did not miss the outside edge by much, but it is 7-7. Both teams have scored a touchdown and converted the extra point. This is not backyard football, but it's starting to feel that way as Fernando Diaz steps up and takes strike 1 on the inside edge. And then looks at ball 1, well outside below the zone. The 1-1 here. Fouled straight back. 1-2. Pitch from Sonia, 2 inside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He sets and fires a fastball, grounded. This could be 2, maybe. Jerry Mahoney is ranging over. He has to dive. Again goes for the lead runner, gets it back to first, not in time. So they get the runner at second. Scoring on the play is Alicia Blakely. So the Pirates have the lead again. It's 8-7. Runners on the corner. 1 out here for Donald Vogel, as he's taking that one as the steal attempt is on for Fernando Diaz. And they might have Artie Pilton in a rundown. No, they let him get back to third. Not risking a throw here, so a free stolen base for Fernando Diaz, a strike to Donald Vogel, and then he swings and grounds this one. First base side, picked up, out at first base, the throw home, not in time. It's 9-7 Pirates. So again, there's that small ball you were talking about. They have not hit a home run yet, but they've scored 9 runs through 4 innings as Chucky Flinder, first pitch, grounds it. Again, diving is Jerry Mahoney, but in plenty of time still to get the tired and slow Chucky Flinder. Retires the side, but 3 cross the plate in the inning. It's 9-7 Pirates. 2 innings to go. It is anyone's game here in Game 5 of the World Series. As we get an immediate timeout, and it seems like we'll get a pitching change here. And it looks like they're going back to that same strategy here. Gwen Sears is coming in to pitch to face Stuart Sullivan. As the first pitch from Gwen Sears is a little bit too tall, just barely misses that inside edge. 1-0 now. Going for the same spot, and this time clips that corner. So 1-1 to the speedy left fielder. Going for the same spot, the bunt attempt is down, picked up by Gwen. The throw to first in time to get the hustling Stuart Sullivan. So the strategy pays off here, playing in with Gwen Sears, and there's the immediate timeout to get back to their normal defense. But keep in mind, there is a limit. You can only take a timeout twice in the same half inning, and that's already 2. So if they get into trouble here, they can't take a timeout. So they've got to be really careful, especially with Fred Benson up at the plate. Fernando Diaz back on the mound, and his first pitch to Fred Benson is a little bit too low inside. So again, pitching Fred carefully. He's already got 1 home run today, as that's another pitch outside on the opposite corner. 2-0. Swung on and skied to right field, but not deep enough. Ranging over is Donald Vogel. Will he make the catch? He will not. It's going to drop. It'll go down as a backyard baseball double, and moving over to third is Fred Benson as the throw to second went right off of his head. I believe that's Wally Evans there at second base, not able to handle the relay. And so a backyard baseball triple for Fred Benson, and the Rangers, they're looking to cut the lead in half here with a runner at third. And one out is Nikki Winston, who's been quiet today, takes ball one, and then swings and skies this one. Again, not deep enough, but this should be deep enough to score Fred Benson. Under it is Claudia Villarta. She catches it, the relay to Cheryl. She's going home. Oh, they're gonna get Fred Benson. No, he turns back to third. Oh my goodness. A great relay there from Claudia to Gwen. And if Fred Benson had not turned around, he would have been out at home plate. So great defense there, preventing the run and the sac fly. So 2 outs now. Swinging first pitch is Jacinda Smith. Not able to handle is Gwen Sears. The throw to first, just in time. The run does not score. Oh, Jacinda Smith not able to get up the line quick enough, as the initial handle from Gwen Sears was a bobble and then picked up and thrown over to first in time. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Pirates up by 2, looking to get some insurance runs, because if the Rangers have scored 7, up by 2 doesn't feel all that great, all things considered. As first pitch swinging was Wally Evans, and right to Pete Wheeler. So 1 pitch, 1 out, as Sonia Hagen is still in to pitch. This is her 40th pitch in relief, as that is a little bit too low for Claudia Villarta. Claudia and then Cheryl. And then strike 1 on the inside corner, evens the count, 1-1. And then a swing and a sharp ground ball that's going to get by the pitcher and then get by Jerry at second base. So an infield single for Claudia Villarta, and Cheryl Reynolds steps up, 3 walks on the day. You're down by 2. I can't imagine you pitch to her now. Although that is a good pitch, and that is swung in line to right field. Gets by Jerry Mahoney. Paco Kaufman picks it up. The relay in. Claudia is thinking about going to second base, but she will stay. So finally, the first hittable pitch that Cheryl Reynolds sees, she lines into right field for a single. But if you're the Rangers, you don't hate that, because it's not a home run. So 2 on now, 1 out for Alicia Blakely. She's ahead of the count, 2-0. And might be ahead of the count, 3-0. No, that just clips the bottom inside corner. Good pitch from Sonia Hagen. 2-1. Too tall to Alicia Blakely. And it's 3-1 now. Sonia Hagen at risk of walking another batter, but this one catches the top of the zone. So a full count, the payoff pitch from Sonia. Taken all the way, well inside and low. Another walk, and the bases are loaded. The Pirates are looking to ice this game in the bottom of the 5th inning. They've got Artie Pimbleton up, already 2 for 3 today. And it looks like they'll be playing some small ball again, as that one's taken for a ball below the zone. Grounder with the runner stealing from third, although not getting a pitch to hit yet is Artie Pimbleton. He's ahead 2-0. Sonia sets and fires. Taking again, 3-0. The Rangers surely can't walk another run home, as there's the timeout. And it'll depend. I don't think Jerry's going to have the stamina to come back in. Maybe Paco has enough stamina to come in, as we see some defensive changes here for the Pirates. And it is Paco Kaufman. So Paco Kaufman needs to throw a strike. The 3-0 swinging is Artie Pimbleton. Right to Jerry Mahoney. He's going to throw to second for 1. The relay to first, not in time, so the run scores. Oh, they were so close to getting a double play and getting out of the inning there. But the relay not in time, so scoring, and it's now 10-7. Runners on the corners taking all the way, as a steal attempt is on, and again they're going to let him go, so Cheryl does not score. So second and third now, 2 outs. When Sears 2 for 2, swings and a sharp ground ball. This is trouble for Jerry. He has a bobble. He throws to first. Not in time. Scoring is Cheryl Reynolds, and that might be enough. It's 11-7 Pirates. They're not done yet. And one more at bat for the Rangers. They'll have to score at least 4. As Fernando Diaz fouls this one straight back. And then takes strike 2 on the inside edge. So he's down 0-2. Paco Kaufman needs to get out of the inning, as this is fouled straight back, but out of play. So another 0-2 from Paco. Swung on and another ground ball right side. Jerry Mahoney slowly running towards it. Everyone's going to be safe. Heading home here is Artie Pimbleton. The throw, not in time. Safe. Artie Pimbleton. It's 12-7 Pirates. And we may very well be seeing the storybook ending to the perfect regular season for the Pirates. They've got a 5-run advantage now. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Donald Vogel looking to really put this one away here. He swings and fouls this one back. So 1-1. Again, another foul. So 1-2 now. Again, the Rangers desperately need to get out of this inning. You're already asking a lot of your offense to score 5 here in the top of the 6th, as that's a ball below the zone. So 2-2 now. And another pitch, this one a little bit too tall. So again, a full count. A lot of walks for the Rangers today. 3-2, looking strike 3. Finally, they get out of the inning, but 3 insurance runs cross the plate for the Pirates. They are 3 outs away from a World Series victory. So the Rangers need to score at least 5 here. They're going to ask Murray Goldman to get things started, who had a home run earlier today. But he's now down 0-2 as he fouls that one off to the right side. So Chucky Flinders sets and fires, looking for his 3rd strikeout, but that's a little bit too outside. 1-2 now. The fastball, a little bit too inside. Good take from Murray. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a soft ground ball. Right back to Chucky, plenty of time, sets and fires to first, and that is the first out. So 2 outs to go. Up steps Sonia Hagen, who also has a home run today. First pitch swinging, lines this one to Cheryl Reynolds. It bonks off of her head. So safe at first is Sonia Hagen. There's something. There's a base runner. You're going to need a few more, but got to start somewhere. So up steps Jerry Mahoney. 0 for 2 today, but he's got enough power to make this interesting. Chucky Flinders sets and fires. Taken outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The fastball swung on and a ground ball right back to the pitcher. He's having trouble with it, but in plenty of time, as Jerry Mahoney is absolutely gassed. That poor kid has played his heart out, but he is tired. And he is the 2nd out of the inning. The Pirates 1 out away. Paco Kaufman, the number 9 hitter, steps up. Defense has shifted in, swung on. This is popped up. Ranging over is Claudia Vallarta, and it drops! Oh, it looked like that was going to be it, but it's going all the way to center field. Running over is Artie Pimbleton. Scoring will be Sonia Hagen. Going to 3rd now is Paco Kaufman. No, he wisely goes back. So what looked like that was going to be it drops. So the Pirates will have to wait. They still have 2 outs and a 4-run lead, so that may not be too harmful. But hey, remember that play. You never know. Here comes the top of the lineup at Pete Wheeler, and he takes strike 1 on the inside corner. And then swings and fouls this one away, so 2 strikes here. And no chance is going to be taken. Here comes the fireball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The ball game is over, and the Pirates, they do have their storybook ending. 14-0 in the regular season. They are your Season 7 Little League World Series champions. A phenomenal series, a phenomenal Game 5. 2 phenomenal coaches. I mean, all the props in the world to the Rangers. They started 0-5, had a sub change, went on an absolute heater, winning their next 9 games with their new coach, George. Made it all the way to the World Series, beat a team that was 18-0 twice, and then had them on the ropes in Game 5. So once again, your Season 7 Little League World Series champions, Wooper and the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's going to do it for us here today on the Backyard Sports Center. We're going to raid out here in just a few seconds. And if you've stayed for a couple of our raids, you know our raids are really, really good. One of our moderators, Alex7456, finds really good streamers to raid, so stay around for that. But the next time we'll see you, we'll have more World Series baseball. We've got Game 3 of the Junior League World Series this week, and we've got another Game 5, Humongous League Game 5, will be played at some point this week, to be determined. But come back and join us for that. So for Nate-tastic28, this is Ben Bath and Beyond, signing off on the Backyard Sports Center. We'll see you next time, baseball fans.